What do you need to start making YouTube videos? Wow. Well, I tell you what, I'm very proud of you for even considering it. Thank you for thinking of it. It's probably going to be one of the best things you could do for your business or for your clients. Well, today I'm going to give you the simple answers that might even get you started this afternoon. How about that? By the end of this video, you'll be setting up your lights and audio, grabbing your camera, recording episodes, producing videos, and uploading to your brand new YouTube channel, and you might even be doing it today. So let's get going. I'm Nick Natarella with AdWise Creative. Let's talk cameras first of all. There's a lot out there. Right now, the sweet spot for probably what you'll be doing is anywhere between $3,000 and $6,000. Those are DSLRs and mirrorless cameras. They're pretty much the same. You've seen the ones, well, picture the most common camera. The kind you hold, they got the lens sticking off the front. They're always shooting back here like this. Those can now do video. I know I'm dating myself here, but those are now doing video very, very well. And for like anywhere under $6,000, you can do very well with lots of bells and whistles and be able to make some stuff look really, really good. Or you could do it for free right now. Reach into your pocket, reach into your briefcase, reach over to your purse, reach into your desk, and pull out your smartphone. Your smartphone is always within reach. Don't tell me it's not there. And anytime you want to shoot a video, you can shoot one right now and get started. And it's the very simplest thing to do. Yes, I would strongly suggest you start digging into your particular app, your particular camera app, your particular smartphone, whether it be iPhone or Android or whatever it may be. There are some extra settings in there that you're probably not aware of. Anything from, they may even have options for how many frames per second. If you can up that to 30 frames per second, that would be great. 24 is fine, but I prefer 30 myself because you can always render down, you can't render up. You can always shoot in 4K. There's a good chance your smartphone can shoot in 4K. That's the really crisp and clear video that is now being built into that little device in your pocket. Now, let's talk lighting. There's a bunch of stuff out there. There are like big honking ones. I've got like this 2.5-foot monster right in front of me. I got a couple back here. Can you see those? Are they in the shot by any chance? Oh, okay. You see this light right over here? That's from another big one back here. There's all kinds of stuff you can get, probably several $1,000s worth of equipment. Very easy setups. You can do some simple ones for just a few $100s. A 3-light setup that looks really good. A single light setup that dates back to the 1600s, inspired by Rembrandt. One light off to the side casts a shadow. You have a little triangle of light right here. That way you know you're doing it right. Look for that little triangle of light on the opposite side, okay? So that way you know you're doing it right. And then there's also something very simple called a window. You want to get started for free today? Let's step outside. Let's sit underneath a tree. You don't want direct sunlight. There's so many times when you're taking a picture, like a family portrait, and you have everybody stand out in the sun, and they have these sharp shadows cutting across their faces. Get under a tree. Let that shadow soften. A nice bright day can actually still permeate underneath those leaves and still give you a nice good shot. So you could go outside under a tree. You could sit in front of a window. If it's a really bright day, okay, fine, you can spend $10. How about that? Let's get you one of those translucent shower curtains. Not a clear one, but a translucent one to help diffuse that light. You still get the vast majority of the light, but you've got a little bit of control to it, and it's not coming in blasting you right in the face. Very simple setup. Very simple setup, $10. Okay, on the high end of the spectrum, go ahead, blow $35 on a ring light. Knock yourself out. What you can do with that, though, is really, really popular. One of the big things you got to watch out for ring lights, though, is because 9 times out of 10, you're going to sit them really close. If you do wear glasses like I do, you're going to get reflections and rings in the glasses. Don't sit it in front of you. Oh my gosh, I saw this video the other day. This woman had these 2 rings right here. Drove me nuts. Set it off to the side and a little bit higher so it's reflecting down and away from the camera. The bounce is not going to be as bad, but you get all the light. So ring light, fine, 35 bucks. Shower curtain, 10 bucks. All right, so you got me, less than 50, sorry. Now, when it comes to audio, you might need to spend a little bit of money here. Eventually, you can get started for free with your smartphone. As long as you've got it at the end of a selfie stick, you're going to be close enough that it's going to pick up your sound pretty well. It's not going to be great, but pretty well. Now, in the future, you're looking at least 3 microphones, probably one of these guys, maybe even something a little, you can't see it, but I've got another backup just outside the camera range, and then there might even be one on top of your camera, a shotgun microphone. One is your primary source, that's going to be this guy. The one above and then the shotgun mic, those are going to be backups, because if something's going to go wrong, you can see the little red dot, so you know you're recording. But when it comes to audio, for some reason, something always happens to go wrong in the audio. Always have at least 1, if not 2 backups. That's going to be that's probably going to be your first investment a little bit down the road. If you want to start with your smartphone, you should be okay. You haven't spilled any liquids on your smartphone anytime recently, have you? Chances are you're going to be okay with audio on your smartphone as long as it's close. You don't want to do something 20, 30, 40 feet away, okay? Now, the other thing to keep in mind is when it comes to recording, and this is our phrase, this is the phrase we use in the voiceover business, it is 10% microphone, 90% room treatment. How are you going to deaden the bouncing all over the place? The thing that I just absolutely love, 2 words, bass traps. They do so good. They do so much good for such a small investment for a room. Absolutely phenomenal. And then what kind of things can you do to deaden the sound, to keep it from bouncing all over the place, so every single recording sounds like you did them all in the bathroom? You don't want that. Maybe you sing great in there, but we don't want that in your recordings. So yeah, you can spend $10,000 to $30,000 right off the bat if you've got that kind of a checkbook. But, you know, we can do this for free. Do I have your attention now? This is what we do here on this channel. I want to get your business YouTube channel, your podcast, your blogging, whatever it is, the most effective, and start bringing you in clients, a steady trickle of clients and customers. So be sure to like and subscribe. Don't miss these episodes, and we'll get you up and running in very short order. Like I said, maybe even this afternoon. And like I've mentioned throughout the whole video, you can get started right now for free with this guy. Get going, get up and running, start shooting videos. I know you've probably poo-pooed everybody who has ever done this, seeing people walking around taking their selfies and all this kind of stuff. Well, guess what? You're now one of those people. So please join us on the dark side and start getting out. Another big thing is be sure to use the camera here, not the selfie camera. This is always a much better camera than this one. Use this side. So you're gonna need some kind of a stick or whatever, and make sure that you're in the frame. But other than that, this is your camera. You've got some really great settings in here. Dig deep. Find out how to make those settings inside your camera. Heck, maybe I'll do one of those videos for you. Second of all, audio. Don't get too far away. My wife and I will have several conversations with people on my phone, on speakerphone, and I'm right here, and my wife is over here. That doesn't cut it. We need you as close to the source as possible, so let's get you up and running like that. Make sure that this is the distance. That's still going to sound good. Much more than that, you're probably going to get a little bit of an echo. Lighting, again, the window. Go outside, some variety, some stuff like that. Go in your backyard, go in your front yard if you got a really nice front looking of the house. If your front of your house is really nice looking. Anything like that, just to give us a little glimpse into your world, makes you much more personable and makes you real. It makes you real. And that's who you want connecting with. The people who know, like, and trust you. Well, we got to know you. We got to find out about you. So give us you. Don't try to be something you're not. That'd be fake, and viewers can sniff it out quickly. Do your thing the way you do it. And if you really need to spend a few bucks, fine. Get yourself a little tiny tripod. There are the ones that sit on your desk very easily. and a ring light. Ring light would be about 30, 35 bucks. The whole thing should be less than $50. 75 if you really want to get the fancy tripod. But that's the perfect way to get started for less, way less than $100. Start getting the experience, because that $75 to $100 investment is going to give you more experience than the fancy lights, the way out of control cameras that have like 6 million options to them. You're going to learn more in the first 5 videos than probably all the videos after that combined. I'm telling you, it's a huge learning curve in the very beginning. But that's the critical part. We want to get you up and running and get you started shooting content. Because once you're over that start, sky's the limit. But if you don't get started, you're never going to see any clients. From this, you're never going to see any customers. So please, get started with the most basics that you can in your pocket. One of the greatest things that I can show you to get you started, a friend of mine wrote this book, A Hero's Guide to Influence on YouTube, Nate Woodbury. This will get you up and running. Oh my gosh, this covers everything, even more in depth than I covered here, definitely more than I covered here, even into the YouTube channel itself and stuff like that, which I cover in other videos. But everything you could possibly need, from cameras to lighting to thumbnails to the YouTube channel itself, all covered right here in this book. All your SEO research to make sure you're answering the right questions that your clients are asking, it's all covered. There's a link down below in the description. Click that link, and if you just pay, what is it, shipping and printing, I think it is. No profit to anybody. This is not an affiliate link for me or anything. Get the book. You will be surprised at the massive mind shift that you will have, and you'll realize it is well within your grasp to get started today. I'm Nick Natarella with AdWise Creative. Thank you for watching.